It is now 6 o'clock. I'd like to invite everyone to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, and we have the honor to have Jack Edler to carry us through here tonight. Thank you, Jack. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Have you in the minutes on a couple of things tonight. Very good. Minutes of May 20th, we have a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion. Second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries. Okay, motion to approve the financial report, payment of the bills. Second. Motion and a second. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor? Motion carries. All right, I guess I'd like to invite the clerk of the circuit court of Cecil County to come on down, Ms. Charlene Arcola, and she's going to swear me in. All right. I don't need you to sign anything. You just tell me what you need me to sign.
Okay.
All right.
So they sent me that, my signature on it, so.
Oh, did they?
I think I'm good. You just-
Okay, we can do that. Always the paperwork.
All right, please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Robert Alton, swear
I, Robert Galt, do swear.
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States.
and that I will be faithful
I will be faithful,
and bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland
bear true allegiance to the state of Maryland,
and support the Constitution
and support the Constitution
and laws thereof,
and laws thereof.
and that I will,
And that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of mayor
execute the office of mayor
according to the Constitution
according to the
and
Constitution
laws of this state.
and the laws of this state.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Signature.
You keep one of these. All right. Very good. Thank you so much. All right, I'd like to invite Gene Brummel and Rob Mastroianno down. Come on down. I can do you both individually or as a team? How would you like to do it?
He wants to be a team.
He wants to be a team, so I'll get over here in the same spot. Let your family see you there. And when I say...
stand behind me.
We get scared.
We're a team, don't stand behind me.
So please raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Rob Mastroianno,
Do swear that I will
Do swear that I will
support the Constitution
support the Constitution
of the United States,
of the United States,
and that I will be faithful
and I will be faithful
and bear true allegiance
and bear true allegiance
to the state of Maryland,
to the state of Maryland,
and support the Constitution
and support the
and
Constitution
laws thereof,
and laws thereof,
and that I will,
and that I will,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
to the best of my skill and judgment,
diligently and faithfully,
diligently and faithfully,
without partiality or prejudice,
without partiality or prejudice,
execute the office of Commissioner
execute the office of Commissioner
according to the Constitution
according to the Constitution
and laws of this state.
and laws of this state.
Congratulations.
oh, there we go.
All right. Let's go up there and
Do we need to sign something?
Here's yours. Did Charlene leave?
I don't know.
Did she leave? This is the one she was supposed to sign. So you guys can't be commissioners.
You're official, right? Oh, mayor. Yeah, commissioner.
Okay, I'm gonna sign this one. Got a couple of them here.
Well, I can't look your picture.
The official ones are here. When you're done.
Thank you.
Feel like somebody. Well, listen, I guess I can say a couple words. It certainly has been a journey. I look at this as, I got elected in 1994 with Charlie Gibbons. Served one term as council member with Charles. Fortunate enough to be mayor-elect and elected in 1998 to 2002, and took a 12-year absence. And now I'm back for another 16-year run, I guess. But as I'm sitting here, everyone says, well, don't say this will be your last term, but I'm telling you, this is our last term. So I'm going to support the person that starts coming and enjoying being at the meetings and getting involved in the town. That's who I'll be supporting after this 4-year stretch. But I really appreciate everyone that supported me, and even the ones that didn't support me. We've got a lot of projects we're going to finish. I continue to say that I'm the economic development mayor, and we've got a lot of robust growth. There's always a lot of talk about South Fields, but I want to talk about North Fields. We're going to have North Fields, East Fields, and West Fields. So, Jane, you can print all that, and I'll let you know what it's all about later. We're going to continue this cycle of growth in our town. This is where the growth should be. It shouldn't be outside town limits. It should be in your municipal limits where the infrastructure is. Let's preserve our rural areas of our county and bring that growth into your municipalities. That's where it's supposed to be. That's where you have your water lines, your sewer lines. But don't expand out any further than you need to. Let's preserve our areas. That's all I have to say. Gene?
Wow, you
The floor
covered
is yours.
everything on economic development there. I kept thinking about how I could thank everybody for their support this time running. And there's so many people that I'd be up here for a while. But to all my friends, family that have supported me, it's been so valuable to me that I don't know how I'd ever repay or thank you. There's certain people that I'm going to thank individually because they went the extra mile, for sure. But I definitely want to thank my children, my daughter, my son, my daughter-in-law, me, my son-in-law who couldn't be here, my granddaughter Avery who's here, and my grandson Luciano who actually was drilling signs. If anybody saw the picture, he had the drill in the hand and he was putting up the big signs. As always, all these years that I've been here, you've always supported me in every way, but I have to tell you that your support this time was extra special because all of you stepped up and took care of things that your dad would have done. This was my first election with him, and you made it possible for me. And I want to thank you for that.
I'd like to thank the board for its support
and the FOP and
Oh,
anybody who voted for us to keep us in office. We're definitely going to try to do our best, as we always have. I tell you, getting reelected makes me want to work even harder, if that's possible, because I really do give my all. And I'll continue to do that for the next 4 years. Thank you.
Okay, with that, now it's time to move on to our new business. Al, you have a few things. We're starting off with a proclamation with the Juneteenth celebration, Freedom Day. I'd like to read a proclamation 3-2026. And as I continue to say, it's a little struggle for me. I did have my implant last week, but now I've got a little flipper in here again. It's a struggle for me to speak, but I'm going to do it tonight. Whereas June 19, 1865 marks the day when African Americans in Galveston, Texas learned of their freedom. A historic moment now commemorated as Juneteenth, the oldest nationally celebrated observance of the end of slavery in the United States. And whereas the town of Elkton recognizes that the enslaved African American experience is an inseparable part of American history, and that acknowledging this truth strengthens our community's commitment to justice, equity, and sharing understanding. And whereas the annual celebration honors the legacy of those who fought for freedom, uplifts and inspires future generations in fostering unity through education, reflection, and community engagement. Whereas we commit ourselves to recognizing that we are all children of God, equal in His eyes, and called to treat one another with dignity, compassion, and respect. Now therefore, the Mayor and Commissioners of the town of Elkton do hereby proclaim June 19, 2026 as Juneteenth in the town of Elkton, encourage all residents to join in commemorating this historic day, honoring and renewing our collective commitment to freedom and equality to all. So this will be witnessed here, sealed today on the 3rd of June 26. We have a motion to accept Proclamation 3-2026.
So moved.
Got a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Thank you. Okay, next we have Resolution R6-2026, update of schedule of fees, planning fees, presented for adoption. I know at the last meeting, I asked everyone that we could table this so I could review it. I'm fine with it today. We accepted it for introduction at the last meeting, or 2 meetings ago, and we were going to pass it, but I asked to delay it, but I'm ready to move forward with it. Do we have a motion to accept Resolution R6-2026, and this is about the schedule of fees and the development expense agreement shall be effective, I think, it won't be effective today, or it will be effective today, June 3rd?
Planning office staff, we have to execute that.
Very good, it will be.
So moved.
Motion and a second. Any discussion on the fees? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Very good. The last item, we have Resolution R7-2026, which is the disposal of surplus property. This resolution shall declare certain property of the town of Elkton as surplus and authorize the disposal of the property. I want to make sure that everyone's aware, by declaring it a surplus doesn't mean that we have to move forward to dispose of the property. Whereas the charter of the town of Elkton, Article 13C13-1 provides for the disposal of real or personal property of the town that has been declared surplus by resolution of the board, and whereas the following town-owned parcels that are held by the town for no present or future purpose and are recommended for disposal in surplus property. Now there be resolved by the mayor and commissioners of the following parcels are declared surplus property: 213A East High Street, 213B East High Street, 219 North Street, 141 Jones Chapel Road, 0 Pulaski Highway, 0 Augustine Herman Highway, another 0 Highway, Augustine Herman Highway. It's all listed on Resolution R7-26. And do we have a motion to accept Resolution R7-2026?
So moved.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. Discussion. So, as I stated, there's been some discussion about some of these parcels. Dean Minner sent over some information that part of that parcel we can't get rid of. Also, on Jones Chapel is a place that we've always taken our materials as a town, and we've used it as a storing area for the town. And I don't think it's an area that we want to get rid of either at this point. But what we're going to do is I got the floor open for discussion for anyone on the board that wants to talk about any of these parcels specifically. We can at this point. So the High Street property, I can give you what knowledge I had of that. I think that we purchased that property. It was a building that was about ready to fall down. We purchased it, knocked it down, repaired it, and the intent all along was to make that parcel, to put another property onto that, sell that that lot. The building next door, which is 219 North Street, we've talked about this now for 10 years. By declaring it surplus, we could move forward and sell that property. The Jones Chapel Road property is a parcel outside the town of Elkton, but we do stage a lot of materials there, and it's probably not a property that we do want to, but we would have the opportunity if we want to do it. And the Augustine Herman property, even though it's a total of 129 acres or so, 130 acres total, there's only one parcel on there that we could actually deem that we could sell. So,
Is that part of the property that Gina?
yes, that's what she sent you
Okay,
the information.
all right.
And at one time, I know the property on High Street, Chip was trying to get Habitat for Humanity to get involved with that as well.
The only thing about this building next door to us was, I personally feel as though we're busting at the seams right here. And I really thought that this was an opportunity for us to look at some type of expansion. Just my thoughts.
Any other comment?
And coinciding with Gene, that was our intent at one time, to do something with that, to adjoin that property here, to have additional space. Don't know what happened to the conversation, but that was our last talk about that.
That was the discussion, anyone we acquired? 100%. Okay, we had a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries, all right. Okay, I have a couple certificates of recognition. I'll present these, and Kara's here. Hello, Kara.
Hi.
Can I come down there to you, I guess, or you can come on up?
Go up there.
Can I read this to you?
Go ahead.
All right. I'm struggling talking, but you know I'll make it through it. This is a certificate of recognition for Kara Pennington in recognition of her outstanding performance during the 2026 Paris swim season in Paris. And as an Elkton High senior and dedicated athlete, she brought exceptional pride to her school and community by earning 4 first-place youth gold medals, demonstrating excellence, perseverance, and remarkable competitive spirit. Her gold medal victories included the 100-meter freestyle, the 400-meter freestyle, the 100-meter backstroke, and the 50-meter freestyle. Her achievements stand as a testament to her discipline, resilience, and her unwavering commitment to her sport. Given under the hands of this seal on the 3rd day of June 2026, it's signed by myself and the whole board. We'd love to give you this recognition. We'd also like to give you one of our coins of the town, and we really appreciate this. This is for you. Let's turn around and smile. We're going to get you back here a little bit, and everyone get behind us. And what a victory! Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I got got chills. Now I'd like to invite Jack Edler up. Come on up, Jack. Actually, again, to lead us off on the Pledge of Allegiance, I'd like to read this for Jack. Certificate of recognition presented to Jack Donald Edler in recognition of his outstanding leadership, dedication, and service in completion of his Eagle Scout service project for the Elkton Little League community. Jack led a full renovation of the gazebo at the Elkton Little League complex, transforming a deteriorating and unsafe structure into a safe, functional, and beautiful community gathering space. His work included power washing the entire structure, removing and rebuilding the damaged steps, and replacing rotten railing boards and floorboards, installing new subflooring shingles and drip edges, replacing lattice panels, and painting the entire structure. Through his efforts, the gazebo successfully passed all safety inspections and now serves as a valued location for community events and team activities. This certificate further recognizes Jack's exceptional achievements in scouting since joining Cub Pack 443 and later Scout Troop 443 in 2016. Jack has earned 40 merit badges, served twice as a senior patrol leader, and held the role of Order of the Arrow Chapter Chief. His commitment to service, leadership, and the Scout oath and law culminated in earning the rank of Eagle Scout on February 24, 2026, awarded in the honor of his dedication, perseverance, and meaningful contribution to the Elkton community, signed here on this day on June 3rd by the whole board. Okay. I'd love to invite everyone to stand up for another photograph. Chills, these chills are coming tonight. Oh, this is wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Got the gazebo on it. And listen, I'm going to tell you, that gazebo's never looked any better. And you know, and listen, Rob tried to do it at one time. There's nowhere close to what you've accomplished. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
You heard what he said, though. We're looking for people to step up.
That's right.
We are.
This could be. Thank you so much. This is wonderful. Right here. Let me see. Very good. Okay, I'd like to invite Kenny Hensley. Come on down, Kenny. Kenny, I changed the agenda just a little bit. I didn't want to hold you up, but I know that Earl Piner invited you and these future police officers here, and you were going to just give us a little update, I think, what you were doing on High Street, I think.
I'm at 237 East High Street. It's an old house, 1890. I want to try to fix it up. That's what I'm trying to do, and everything's going to be clean there.
Very good.
The only other thing, my uncle was Cal Kramer, he was a chief of police.
Oh, very nice.
I appreciate that.
Well, very good. Does anyone have any questions for
So Kenny, I had asked him to come in because the meeting before we had some complaints I had, and we have put it on the board, docs, to get somebody to look at it. He's just going to explain to people that he's moved in, he's going to try to fix up the parcel, right? And it was nice for him to stop me and tell me that he apologized for the issues that was going on. Hopefully the town can look at it as somebody trying to fix something to the mess up, so.
Thank
What was
you.
the address?
237 East High Street.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank
Kenny.
you very much.
Appreciate you coming in.
I love you guys.
Mike Brown to come down and give us a little update on the Southfield Sportsplex building update. We're pretty excited about this. I saw some grass going down. Yeah.
Well, I think we asked to come just to give you guys an update. It's been a long time since, we started the project, kind of give you an update that a couple of milestones that we hit. One of the biggest milestones recently is a building permit to be able to start the building process. We've gone through several kind of design iterations. Nothing has changed from what you guys have seen, but we have the drawings completed. The 75% set drawing that we kind of, if we're able to go out to bid and be ready to start. So we hope that starts very soon.
Sorry, I do apologize.
It happens anytime. So, the turf, Mike and I'd like to invite you guys if you would like to come out and tour the site, the parking lot's in, we've got 2 turf fields down, so it's starting to turn green. You can actually see where the building will go, fence lines are up, all of that kind of stuff. So we met with Al and Tyler a couple weeks ago to kind of discuss some of the financial component of it. We're kind of happy to say that our project is on budget, if not under. We've been able to reap some savings that go right back into that park to make it a much, better facility. And the special packing district conversation that we had, we wanted to come and, we understood that the town actually funded that a little bit and needed to be reimbursed. We met with Medco. We understand that we've been in contact with somebody from the town and just got word today that fund will be transferred. The money is in a trustee account. It's meant to be released back to reimburse you guys for that. And, we also have in the pro forma the ability to pay our share of the taxes moving forward. So we're also going to engage our operator. Another good news is, we're ahead of schedule. So we were thinking winter, 2028, starting. We're looking at opening in the fall of 2027 at some point. So we're engaging our operator a couple months early. In July, we plan on starting that process and being able to report, tournaments and moving forward. So we're going to start staffing that process. So ultimately, we're here to kind of give you that update. Any of those updates that we want to talk, answer any questions that might have come up from the board or any questions, and invite you all to come out and maybe
with Brett.
Yeah.
There you go. Well, one of the, where do we stand with, at one time we talked about a hotel. Is that still moving in a positive way?
Yeah, it's going great, actually. We have the 3 study groups that can be used to help do a study to figure out what kind of brand and what type of hotel best fits the demographics for the area. We have engaged one of those. We expect to have a report back next week. That will allow us to get financing. Brad and I have decided to take that on ourselves rather than bring in a partner. We feel that's probably the best way to secure our vision and your vision. But our current plan is to still finish it. Well, I would say by the end of next year. If we're that far ahead of schedule with the park, we might not have the hotel done by August of next year, but it'll be very close.
The inside the spine building that you're ready to start rolling with, the food court area, what's that looking like? What will that look like? I've seen it on the drawings, but tell us what your feel is with that.
There's 2 areas, actually. So the front of the building that we showed you, the elevations when we came a year or so ago, is about 12,500, I think, square feet of restaurant space. So that will look like a bar restaurant. And it will serve the patrons of the sports park and also be open to the public out front. In the middle of the sign, between the pickleball courts that are going to be inside there, we're putting another, it's going to be more of a concession, like a fast go. You can come up to the concessionary and then tournaments are in play and get a quick meal rather than have to go. We thought that would speed up wait times on food and beverage and actually help us in our performance to be able to move that quicker. And then, when we're not in tournaments, that space becomes a good meeting space and gathering space for the pickleball leagues and things that are part of the programming that we're putting together.
You're moving forward with pickleball courts inside there, and is it going to be open to the public, or how does that work?
For sure. It'll be open to the public. The restaurant will be open 7 days a week to the public. We will have pickleball leagues, we will have tournaments from around the country, but on the regular, we encourage people to come out and rent courts, play pickleball. We plan on doing a lot of youth activities and camps, all of the things that were in our pro forma that kind of developed this thing together. And that's all in the works. A big part of that is bringing our team on here in July to get started with the program.
Any idea how many pickleball courts you're gonna have? 7.
Okay. Yep, 7.
And that's a little bit of a change. They were going to initially be indoor space, some of them outdoor, some of them indoor, but we were able, with the help of SEH, our contractor, to kind of get them under roof and utilize that space, so it's a year-round pickleball facility.
So that's gonna be pickleball specific?
Pickleball specific.
Okay.
Guys, besides hotels, what else have you got looking at the area?
Alliance Capital is the company that purchased the commercial space up front, other than the parcel that Brad and I own, which is where the hotel will be going. So we understand they're working hard to fill those spaces. We don't know exactly what they have programmed or who they sold to or who they have contracts with. So I would ask that we probably get him in there, Alliance Capital, to give us an update about that.
Are you talking about the park that's approved right next to Frederick?
Right up in front of where the sports park and the apartments are now, with several restaurant pads
Right.
and/or tank pads or sport pads. And I'm just not sure, we're not sure what he has contracts under. I know a lot of places he was working to get under contract, but we're not privy to that.
I guess, kind of my last question, I know during you've got a pro forma that you're working with, and you've got an operator, which is it still SFC? And that operator during this process, will they allow the Elkton Little League or will you guys allow the Elkton Little League to use these fields?
Of course, we've had that conversation a long time ago,
Yeah.
we first started several years ago. Most recently, I met with a guy at Pictures Glen, who was talking about it, and I reassured him again that that was something they wanted to do on the off time when we weren't using it for tournaments, which is really primarily the Friday, Saturday, and the first part of Sunday. There's a lot of fields there, there's a lot of space, and we've encouraged them to do that. Now, that doesn't mean they have to, certainly.
No, that's up to them, but, one thing that we've always talked about, our flooding in Elkton, we've been very fortunate that we haven't had as many floods the last couple of years, but the amount of money that's spent at the Elkton Little League just to do building maintenance, field maintenance, it drives up the fees for our local kids, and I know the offering that you guys have offered is great for that. I mean, it's kind of, to me, it's a no-brainer, and the kids would have an opportunity to play on really state-of-the-art fields, right?
Well, you guys know that we've been working on this almost a decade now to get to this point, and if it weren't for our partnership, it wouldn't happen. But nothing's more exciting than seeing the turf get on. I'm not saying that. We have waited a long time to get something very green, and I think that, and I hope that when the Little League and other people see that, they get as excited as we are, because it's really going to change something.
I don't want to jump guns, but any discussion of maybe an indoor facility at some point, other than Spine?
We've been in discussions with several different people about an indoor facility. Financing an indoor facility is tough,
We got the greatest swimmer in the country right now.
Not myself. But to be honest, an 80,000 square foot indoor facility costs about $20 million. That's a huge amount of money to try to get financed, no matter how we do it. However, I think that this being the first public-private partnership in the county, and when we show how successful this can be, and at probably year 5, I would say that people will be jumping at the opportunity to do an indoor space here.
I agree with you.
I really do believe that.
I jumped, you were saying, Brad, you had something?
I was just gonna tell you, we talked about, you wanted a world-class facility, and, now that the turf's going down, one of the things that Mike and I were able to kind of negotiate as part of some of our savings was the turf. The turf is top-notch turf. It's turf that the Vikings turf, they play on that turf, the company manufactures it. It'll be FIFA certified, one of the few fields that will be soccer certified. They gave us a lot of result or testing that they're gonna put in there, so we'll have that kind of stuff to back up. But, when we talked about this, doing it the right way is what we've been trying to do all along. And the fields going in, if you walk on them, they're a different type of field.
Yeah, they're fantastic. There's a lot of safety that goes into the twisting of knees and cleats. The Vikings were leading the way in that. This company was a big part of that, and they're going to be testing our fields on site to make sure that it meets that same quality. So we're very proud of that.
Does that include drainage or anything that you need for that as well?
Yeah, we have so many special inspections, Charlie, that I couldn't even list them all. You can probably get, and one of them is the infiltration test they do for the fields, each one of the fields, before they put the turf down. So after everything is laser leveled, they have to come out and do a test and have a witness and make sure that drains well.
Thank you. Sure. Any other questions from the board?
Yeah. Sounds great. Finally, huh?
Fine.
It's been a long time coming, and you guys were a big part of that for us.
And listen, I normally don't do this, but I'm going to ask if there's anyone in the audience that has any specific questions about the sportsplex, because I get asked all the time. Feel free. Seeing none? Or did we have one? No question? All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you guys.
I really appreciate you guys.
Yeah, thanks for your
Okay, we had the election, and I had some discussion with Kathleen, and I think that we need to put this in the record. This previous year, I think it was in April that we, maybe not April, it was probably in March that we reappointed the members of the Board of Elections. And I think that what we need to do is we need to move that 2 or 3 months earlier, prior to the filing deadline date. Because the goal is that if you have a lot of candidates, we have a lot of candidates. I mean, we had 3 for mayor, another, well, I'm saying 4 for mayor, 4 for council, and I'd like to hope that we could get everyone in a room with the election officials prior to the filing deadline, so everyone's on the same page. Does that make sense? Yeah. I think it kind of makes sense.
Wouldn't hurt.
I don't think it'll hurt anything. And what my suggestion would be is that we make sure that we appoint the election officials maybe on the first meeting of January of the year of an election. And in that way, it gives us some time, if anyone that wants to run for office, it gives them the opportunity to talk to that election board prior to deciding whether they want to run. Secondly, I'd like to say that I was looking at the financial report, and we had our election judges here, and they worked on many meetings, and they were here all day, and we did provide them some coffee and some donuts and maybe some lunch. But at the end of the day, we paid them $100. That's what we were paying 20 years ago, $100 for a person to dedicate their time all day. I think that that's something we don't have to make that decision today, but maybe in next year's budget when we have the election, we could double that $100 to $200 for an election judge to work that day. I don't think there'll be any hiccups with that, do you guys? And then lastly, it's I guess it's on June the 11th. Christiana Hospital, aka Union Hospital, was having a meeting at the Comfort Inn in Northeast to talk about their closing of the birthing center at, they continue to say Union Hospital. I wrote a letter stating that we did not want them to close the birthing center. I also sent a second letter and requested them to move the location from the Comfort Inn to another location, which would allow more people to show up. That Comfort Inn, I think, holds maybe 125 people, and everything I'm gathering, there could be 500, 600, 700 people showing up for this. They responded to me, and I did have a Teams call with them yesterday, and it was a great, well, I was really appreciative that we were able to, I was able to talk to Dr. Shake, CEO Joan Perron, and Simone Silver, who is with Governmental Affairs, and they went over with me some of the challenges that they're having, and I'm not here to try to sell what their challenges are, but I will tell you that from a location standpoint, one thing that we don't really think about at times is that when you're looking to host an event, question and answer event, you would think there's a lot of facilities around that you could have a place that holds 250, 300 people. But when they were calling around, with it being election season, and most of the schools are hosting early voting, and at the time that they were trying to make this happen, that they were telling me that if you have a voting machine shows up and it's in that room, no one's allowed to be in that room until election day. And I recognize that now. You know, these are things that we think about. They also said to me that they did reach out to Singerly Firehouse, and I'm not sure if they reached out to the right person or not, because they said that they were denied with that. But I called Singerly, and they said that they wouldn't be able to host them. But it's too late to make that change for June 11th. They've done a lot of advertising on that date. But there's a lot of information they gave me. I'm not in the medical field, so it's kind of not one in one ear and out the other. But there's 350 births out of that hospital per year. I think they said the midwife delivers about 120. The challenge is recruitment. They just don't have the bodies. They don't have pediatricians. That's the big challenge. I think that's going to be the message. There was 3 points that they were shooting. Just telling you what you're telling me. I don't know. I asked them a direct question. Can you handle 350 more people in Christiana? And the answer was they don't know. They just don't know. And the other question was, what happens if it's an emergency and someone has to deliver a baby at Union Hospital? And the answer was yes, they're going to deliver the baby. It'll be in the emergency room, and then their transportation, depending how long it is, they're not going to rely on EMS to deliver them. It'll be their own transportation. We'll take them to Christiana or whatever facility needed. I'm not getting into it about it. I was listening. I was jotting all these little notes down, and I will be there on June 11th. Just hopefully, as many of you in here will be there also. I stressed it was a concern to me, but I need experts there. You don't need me there. I'll be there as a voice, but I need people in the medical field, nurses, employees that'll be there to combat their facts, what they're saying to me. So that's all I have. Gene, you're on.
I appreciate that, because that's like a precursor to what we're going to be told. And it's good to hear that, and good to know. First of all, Ms. Kara, congratulations.
Thank
It was
you.
an honor to meet you, and I'm glad you enjoyed going to Paris. That's an amazing trip. And Mr. Jack, thank you again. It seems like everything you set your mind to is successful. Thank you very much for all that. And I know I thanked everybody for the support, but I did want to put out a special thank you to the Fraternal Order of Police. it was very touching for me personally to have their endorsement during this election. It made me feel as though I was doing right by them, doing the job correctly. But that big giant poster that you saw was because of them, but it also went up because of Mr. Rob Scott, Scott Landscaping. I want to thank you for that trailer. You worked together, and I'll tell you the truth, I've never seen anything like it, anywhere, at any time. So, thank you very much, but thank you too to the board. You guys came out and, supported us, you endorsed us, and that meant the world to me, because I feel like the last 4 years we've been working up here like family, and I'm looking forward to continuing that. Thank you.
Thank you. It was easy to support you, Rob, it wasn't. Rob, have anything? And yet.
Rob and Jean, welcome back to the fold, and I guess I coincide with what you're saying about the family. There has been a family concept here, and sometimes it continues and sometimes it doesn't. But fortunately, again, we will be, once again, to be together and making the right decisions for the town of Elkton, and I think we've done a great job with that over time. Secondly, I have some notes here. On March the 27th, I attended the awards assembly at Elkton High School. Probably there were 125 or so children that had tickets to come, and normally when they give students tickets, the student is there, they don't know why, they know that somebody's going to give them something. Fortunately, there were probably 40 or so presenters. Fortunately for the town of Elkton, I was the first one representing all of us, and then Earl came in later, and then Jean. I kept calling your name, you never served you over that. But anyway, it was very pleasant. We gave, on the part of Elkton, 2 $1,000 scholarships. And then Earl and I, we sat there throughout the remainder of the awards assembly, and we were watching kids who were getting awards. And if you was there that night, and many times when you attend an awards assembly, it just seems like there's always that 1 or 2 people who's always being called up. And one of those persons was Kara Pennington, and Earl and I were sitting back there talking, and there were 2 other gentlemen on the opposite side of the seat. But we just said, oh, here she comes again. So, young lady, I want to say that was very nice of you to be in that position and to receive the honor that was bestowed upon you. Lastly, on Monday, all of us, except you, Rob, I sent you an email. We attended the graduation at Carpenter University, Delaware. I know prior to that, I guess schools had mixed emotion as to have it at their individual school or to try it in its inaugural at the Carpenter Center. Myself, having been an educator, I guess one of the best things about that is that having it at the Carpenter Center, you don't have to worry about whether it's going to rain or not. Because I used to see some of my principals all day walking back and forth. We even had a meter that tells whether the rain is coming. There were a number of things, but in that case, it worked out fine because there was no rain, the place was full of people, and it was grand. But fortunately for us, myself personally, I was able to give my grandson his diploma because I was sitting on the stage. And fortunately for Jean, her granddaughter was there, and she was able to give her granddaughter the diploma. And lastly, Earl was there, and he was able to give his grandson a diploma. It was great to be honored being up there with the children and looking out and seeing the thousands of people that was there, and it went without a hitch. So next year, I guess the proposal will be presented to the schools again, inside or outside. So other than that, it was great. And Jack, I've seen you grow so much, not only physically, but also on Facebook, also with school news, and I'm appreciative to see your growth, not only mentally and physically, and you keep on pushing because the world is waiting for you. Thanks a lot.
was gonna go all around, congratulating them, because I was gonna go straight to the Elkton High School graduates. Congratulations, we got two in here. I know I kept telling Rob, I'm gonna take it, because he wrote down graduation, I was hoping he'd give us something to give. I'm the only one that brought it up, but what a great atmosphere, different it was to have it at the University of Delaware. And I want to congratulate everyone that graduated this year. And even though it was out in high school, I mean, I'm not partial just because I graduated in 1975. But anyway, there's some of my cheerleaders there. But we just want to say it's an honor just to see you walk across the stage. I know Jean, oh my God. Shit. Girl, let it go. That's all I say. I'm so happy to give the diploma to her. Same with me. But I just want to say congratulate several times over and over again. So now to the board. I think this is probably one of the best boards I ever served with. Starting with you, that'll make you cry. No, I really mean that because I've been 23, I think it's 23 years, and we've always had our ups and downs. People don't know if you argue about certain things and you debate and come up with the right answer for the town. And we've done that with the board. I don't think any of us had any arguments. None of us had any arguments and say we walked out of here thinking about it the next day. And that's the good part about it. You can work out your issue, solve the issue with what's best for the town. And this is probably one of the best boards I ever worked with. So I want to thank you all again for being back, and hopefully we can continue what we started. That's it.
You know, they say I'm a man of few words, and now you know why. They make me go last. Everything's been said. But I agree with it all. The graduation, I was a little sour. I'm like, we're having it in Delaware. It was great. I mean, I got to admit, it was a very nice facility. I still want to bring it back to Elkton.
Me too.
But I was pleasantly surprised. It was a beautiful ceremony. The kids had a good time. Yeah, I do appreciate being on this board. I'm the youngster. I've only been up here for 7 years. I've learned a lot. It took the first couple of years just to get comfortable up here, you know. But I'm really looking forward to the next 4. I feel like we are a very good team and we work well together. That's all.
I just wanted to announce that the Fraternal Order Police golf tournament is tomorrow at Patriots Glen. It's going to be a great event. Make sure if you come out and see it. But I wanted to let you know that my team is going to be your team.
I think you will. I've seen your team.
Sorry, Rob.
I know, I've seen your team.
It's a challenge.
Well, listen, as I was going through my talk, I didn't thank my wife. I want to save that for last. But, that's right. But, you know, we're talking about these Elkton High School graduations and the graduations throughout the county and how they're going to the Carter Center in Delaware. And it really, as Charlie said, it's nice to have a facility where you won't get rained on. This is why I'm going back to this. I said it earlier about we don't want to develop in the rural areas of our county. We want these things to happen in our town or in someone else's town where the infrastructure is there. The county is looking at doing a 75,000, 80,000 square foot recreation facility, but they want to do it up at Calvert where there's no infrastructure. Could you imagine everything's going to be on a well and a septic up there, and you got 300, 400, 500, 600 people all using these facilities at the same time? It makes no sense. We want these facilities. I'd be tickled to death if it was in Rising Sun or Northeast or Perryville, of course Elkton, but it has to be. You don't want to develop in those areas. You want to develop where your infrastructure is. So that's my little discussion here tonight. So listen, it's time to open up the floor for anyone that has anything to say for the good of the town. Yes, ma'am, come on up, state your name, and say what you have to say. I know Patriots Glen.
My name's Darlene.
Hi,
First of all,
Darlene.
congratulations.
Thank you, and your address again.
I know, Patriots Glen. I know you'll do the best for everyone here. Congratulations. My question is about Holly Hall property.
The Holly Hall property, yeah?
Yeah. I said at one time there was volunteer opportunities and that something was going to be done with that building, but I don't know enough about it. I don't know what, the state of that building is, or,
Yeah, so the
if you could tell me.
I can absolutely can. So the town of Elkton acquired that property from the Cordish Company, who is the owners of the Big Elk Mall. We acquired it about, I don't know, less than a year ago, I would say. And when we acquired it, it was because it was falling down. It was decaying. It hurt this board, and it hurt people in the town to know that it was intentionally being decayed upon, right? It was going to be, but we needed to do something about it. And I will make everyone aware on June 22nd, I'm meeting with a lobbyist in Ocean City, and my goal is to ask that lobbyist to help us get $1 million next year to at least start the work on the Holly Hall Mansion and bring it back, and that's our goal. But we will be looking for volunteers to service that board just like we have at Elkland. And it could be the same, maybe it'll be in addition to it, but our goal is to get money at the next session for the Holly Hall property.
Is that badly deteriorated?
Terrible.
Oh.
Terrible, yeah, there was a fire in there, and, yeah, it's terrible. It's terrible.
But it's structurally sound as far as the main.
Yeah, the outside of the walls is great. That's
So
correct.
it would be deemed safe for volunteers before you would ever even allow anybody?
We wouldn't allow any volunteers in that building at this point, but when we start to, once we get some dedicated dollars toward that project, 100%, then we'll need that volunteer board to help figure out what the vision's gonna be. There can be a footprint, an additional wing put on that building as long as it looks historic and like the other one. So maybe that could be, I've always felt, Gene Minner and I spoke about it, it'd be great to make it a culinary school or something in its way, right? Maybe there's an opportunity. But love to have you to volunteer.
I would.
All right.
And that was my question.
All right, thank you so much.
Darlene?
Yes.
I'd like to talk to you about volunteering in another capacity after the meeting.
Thank you.
If you, okay.
Yes, sir, come on up.
Good evening, everybody.
How are you?
Congratulations again.
Thank you. Name and address, or name and,
Sandy Moore, 449 Blue Street.
thank you, Sandy.
I am just wanting to bring up and ask a question in regards to, Mayor, you saying things about new faces.
Yes.
Which is greatly appreciated. I've come into this wonderful building several times in regards of being on one of the boards to help, with new faces and see new things. And
Yes.
help make different things. But it's been a little confusing for me.
Okay.
Because as I look here, I see like terms expires and stuff of that nature. So I just wanted a little bit more clarity on that to
Yes.
find out, which boards are open, which are not, and stuff of that nature, just to figure out where a new face can
Yes.
definitely just help.
So and that is a challenge. I will tell you, sometimes it is a challenge. So we have a term limit placed when we make an appointment. We appoint an individual, they serve for that amount of time, and in most cases, if that individual wants to continue to serve, and especially if it was an appointment of mine that I might have made 8 or 9 years ago, it's very difficult not to reappoint them. So it doesn't create a lot of space as you're asking for an additional person to participate. But I will tell you that we definitely need volunteers on the historic boards. I think there's one board that we had was the Board of Housing Appeals. I don't even think that meets anymore, and I think it's a board that when we lost the Elkton Housing Authority, there's no appeal process anymore. We have we're ready to appoint a new person to the Board of Appeals, but that would be one possibly you could start filling out your application on for us. And you've got to get me your information and have it on file, and then we choose from those.
Definitely. The application was put in about 2 weeks ago.
Perfect.
So I'll just look forward to hearing from you.
Perfect.
All right.
Excellent.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for coming in. And next time we're in a Phillies hat.
I'm sorry, the Knicks are playing tonight.
And listen, I kind of am, I feel like I'm rooting for the Knicks.
I appreciate you. We need it.
But I need Wemby to win because my basketball card values are. Anyone else in the audience have anything to say for the good of the town? How about on the Teams meeting, Zoom meeting? Anyone have to say anything? Seeing none, this meeting is adjourned.